Hey everyone, good evening and welcome to another special edition of Smiley Prof Media, Smiley Prof Family Sunday Live Show. This is Smiling Prof. Everybody already know that. Happy Sunday to you all. And how did you guys spend your Valentine yesterday? So please, as you come in live with me, just go share our live video, share, comment, and try and put it on your timeline so that we can get more audience and people can see it very well. So once again, today is Sunday, our normal live show. As we said earlier from the beginning of this year, that we're going to make everything possible to always be frequent on our first on every Sunday for a show. Like last week, we had a reality show whereby two guests have to battle it out with their personal lifestyle and their thoughts. But today, Sunday, we are going to be having a very, very special edition of Smiley Prof Family Live Show. So today, we're going to be talking about pride of a nation. But before then, we are going to be introducing ourselves. Once again, I remain your host today, Smiley Prof. And we'll be having two guest speakers on our show today. We are going to be having Nora and Relief, which Relief also endurance. But before we bring them live, let me quickly tell you guys this. This is, please guys, if you are a follower of Smiley Prof, try and be active and also try and invite people to follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and even go subscribe to our YouTube channel. At YouTube, subscription is free on YouTube. Just subscribe as well as you can be watching our live show direct from our YouTube channel, because right now we are on live on YouTube channel. So today is going to be a very special edition. Today is going to be a very marvelous discussion. We are same to you, happy Sunday to you, Mr. Z. So at the end of the day, please guys, as you come in live with me, just go share. That's the only thing you can do for me. And place your hand on the reaction button. Keep tapping. Let us see a lot of reaction. That lets it shows that the live people are there is lively. And also don't forget, also share. Today is going to be a very special, wonderful edition. And also after the whole show, by rounding up, we're going to be doing our normal Sunday offering, whereby we are going to be doing some little cards or bank alert today. But nevertheless, I remain your host, Smiling Prof. So today, as I said, is a special and wonderful discussion. We are going to be talking about pride of a nation. Before I bring in my guest, let me quickly jump into it, and let me, because of to save our time, let me quickly talk about this so-called pride of a nation. Many people will say pride of a nation, pride of a nation. Not just a nation is having a pride. You as humans, we have our own pride. We as even animals, they have their pride. If you look at the lion today with the beard all over the face, that's the pride of a lion. And the roar of a lion, that's the pride. Also, you as an individual, what are your pride? You know, so when you say pride, some people feel, yeah, not especially that has a big shoulder, especially that is proud. No, pride is, I would say, your pride is the positivity that comes out of you, your production, not your seed, your fruit that comes out of you is your pride. Like some people will say, that guy is a very generous person, it's very nice guy. If you meet this person, and with your problem, he will try as much as possible to help you to solve it. That's the pride of that person. Now, when we're talking about pride of a nation, what are we are talking about the characteristics of a nation, the good deeds of a nation, the output of a nation, not just the input. The input is just a seed being planted on the ground. Now, the output, which is the fruit, is the pride of a nation. Then I evening to you too. So that is the pride of a nation. As we're going to be going further, we're going to be hearing a lot of things. People are going to come up with their own explanation. People are going to come up with a lot of things. And please don't forget, if you are just joining me live, also don't forget to also share and invite people to our live segments. As you come in live, please don't forget to share this. Also, don't forget to sorry guys, don't forget to also share this video, because it's going to be an educational thing. So I know a lot of people will say, I beg you, it's so boring, it's so long, it's so sorry, I'm trying to use another one. So they say it's going to be boring, but no, I knowledge is power. No knowledge is a waste. So today we're going to be discussing and we're going to be teaching and we're going to many of us we are going to be learning different things. Like when they say pride of a nation, it is the output from a nation. Like everybody knows today now that if you ask somebody the strongest cars that has the strongest engine, the strongest body in the world, they will tell you every Japanese car is one of the best. That is the pride of Japanese. What do you know? They will tell you Japan, China, they are into technology. That is the pride of the nation of Japan. So when sometimes people, okay, America, they'll tell you, America, they are good in this, they are good in that. Whatever they produce, the good thing people talk about, money to you to one more trendy, whatever the good thing they produce, that is the pride of that country. Now let us look at our own country as an individual. They will say, okay, Nigeria produces crude oil, is a pride of the nation. They will say Nigeria produces raw materials, is a pride of the nation. They will say Nigeria produces mineral resources, is the pride of the nation. Like they'll tell you, okay, Mercedes Benz, everybody knows Mercedes Benz cars. That is the pride of German nation. Everybody know BMW. That is the pride of German as a nation. So a lot happen. Like today now, you see people driving Hyundai, you see people driving Kia. So that is the pride of South Korea, if we may say. So a lot of things goes on and on and on for different countries. But do you know the pride of a nation? It depends on how it brings it into the society, the positive effect it has in the society. That is the pride of a nation. So before I go further, I would like my guest speakers to come in so that we can quickly digest on it. I would like us, if network permits, we will just take 1 hour. We will not take more than 1 hour. So Mr. Endurance, good evening. Miss Nora, good evening. How are you guys doing?
Very well. And you,
think
happy Sunday to you.
Same to you.
I'm fine from this angle, and also say good evening to all the viewers.
Okay, thank you very much. We are going to be discussing today the pride of a nation. And please, before I ask you guys to introduce yourself, if you're just joining us for the very first time, try and share this live video and also be reacting so that it will show that there are people that is backstage there watching us. Keep tapping on the screen and keep sharing to as many as you can. I think Facebook, each person has like 20 shares per day. So please, guys, let's do the needful. Thank you very much. So I will start ladies first. Please, can you introduce yourself, please? Hello. Mr. Andreas, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, please, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, I'm Endurance by name, though popularly known in the group as Relief. And I'm here to discuss the topic, the pride of a nation, which I believe is a very interesting topic. So as times goes, at least we have to know what's the meaning of pride and how it's also beautified the nations. So I believe with time, before runs out, we understand more.
Okay. And I think our female guest speaker, the network is a bit bad. Please, can you quickly just dive into it? Tell us what you understand by the pride of a nation.
Okay, first, I will first talk about pride. A pride is, if let me say, an achievement or a possession that is uh, admirable to other people. For instance, let me use Nigeria as a case study. We have our pride. If you look it from the angle of our diversity, our cultural heritage, and everything, and also within the West African, you can see that Nigeria has played a very vital role that projects them as a big brother to most of the neighboring countries. For instance, we could remember from 1989 to 2003, there was serious war going on in Liberia. There were two wars within that period in Liberia. And we all know how Nigerian military went there then to make sure there was peace in that country. If you talk about South African appetite, also played a major role to make sure those things came to an end. And recently, that should be December, this 2025 that uh, this December that just we could remember that there was a time that there was almost a coup in Republic of Benin. And Nigeria also quickly step in and make sure the coup plotters didn't succeed. So you can see that in terms of making sure that the countries around Nigerians, our neighboring countries, the Nigerian has played a big brother role within West Africa. At least I can say that is one of our pride. And though unfortunately, when we come back to our Nigerian, let me say within Nigerian itself, we discover that that pride is fading away gradually because maybe I will say, despite our strength, our population, and everything, we have not been blessed with good leaders. And I think that has really dent our image in
Okay.
the.
Sorry, before we go further, Nora, our female guest speaker, please can you tell us a little bit about yourself and let us know what you understand by the pride of a nation?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Smiling Prof family. My name is Nora Essien, a proud mother of one, a caterer, a baker, an entrepreneur, a hustler, so to say. I'm happy to be on the show. Thank you, Prof, for this opportunity this evening.
You're welcome.
By the pride of a nation, first, I will start by defining what a pride is. A pride is a feeling of satisfaction. What have you achieved? What are those skills? Those new things you have known, you have learned, you are able to teach. That is what I understand by a pride. And by a pride of the nation is those positive things a nation is able to achieve. Those positive things the government are able to do for its citizens. Those innovation, those new ideas you bring up as a person. Because before we have what we call leaders or government, at least when we have our own personal thing, innovation, skills, will be of help, to our own society too. Like for the security aspect, they say security begins with all of us. The government will not come to your environment to know that so person is doing one or two inside his own house when the person is your neighbor. You can as well help by reporting the person to the right authorities. That is your own way of helping your own nation. That is the way of you telling the nation that yes, you have done your own part as a person. That is what I understand by the pride of the nation.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for this brief explanation. Like I said earlier on today, and I will still go back to it. I said to my own understanding, when I say a pride of a nation or a pride of a man or a pride of anything, it is the attributes. That is my own explanation according to what I said. I am not contradicting, no, neither am I saying you are wrong. Everybody have their own different explanation. So to me, what I understand more is about the output which you others are seeing in you is your pride. Like I make mention of an example, I said a lion. The pride of a lion, it is not the name itself. It is when you see a lion with that full beard on the face, you say, this is really a lion. So that is the pride of a lion. When a lion roars, when the others hear the sound, they say, that's a lion. I believe that's the pride of that animal. So also in countries today, if you talk about, they will tell you, if you talk about machines, engines, they will tell you, you need to ask Japan. Japan has the best cars in the world. They have the strongest cars. That is the pride of Japan. So like you come to Germany now, people will say, Mercedes na German get out. BMW, Jama get out. That's the pride of Jama. I said, so even Nigeria itself, in our society today, the pride of that Nigeria, when you talk about, they say crude oil, the people will still mention Nigeria is one of the, I think, the sixth in the world. Whether they have come down, I don't know. So that is the pride of the nation. Then when you talk about raw materials, when we were growing up, that was the pride of Nigerian nation. When we talk about cocoa, that was the pride of the country. But at the end of the day, today, how many what are so are this pride, are they for positivity or they are for negativity? You understand me now? That is what we are going to talk about today. Because what, like some people will say, don't mind that guy. He get money, which is his pride. But the thing is very stingy, which is meaning well, maybe it might be in the other side. So, Mr. Relief, I will leave the podium to you to please give us more explanation about this pride of a nation we are about to dive to.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that especially here in Africa, in West Africa, you know that Nigerian has been playing that big brother role, and that has been our pride. That is one thing I can say Nigerian have done that we can be prideful of, because we have made sure that the smaller countries around Nigerian has been in peace. Anytime they want to misbehave, though we have not been able to handle that of Ivory Coast, but anytime other countries want to do this, the Nigerian army always step in to make sure there is peace. So that has been one of the, let me say, the criteria, let me say, the things Nigerian can be boastful of outside our shores. But when we come back home, you will see that Nigerian, we are not blessed with good leaders. So I can't really talk about pride when talking about Nigerian issue, because the politicians have messed it up. Everything we are supposed to use as our strength is now working against us. You see, in our security system, check the insecurity across the country now. It has become something politicians use to play politics, to the point that the situation have deteriorated to the point whereby governments now negotiate with terrorists. It's now a situation whereby terrorists now dictate what happens in some part of the country. And I don't think that is something we should be boastful of. Now we are even within that same issue of security. Do you know that Nigeria cannot even host any world competition now because it's not safe? Nobody across the world will want to come and compete in anything within Nigeria, because they will be scared of kidnapping. So Boko Haram is okay. Now look at what happened now. Recently, Donald Trump was talking about coming to fight the terrorists within the northern borders. But unfortunately, you can see how the politicians use media to deceive we that they want to come and extract oil from in our land. And most of us have run with that. But you and I know very well that truly this country need help. But because of the selfishness of the leaders of this country, they don't want that help, because they know that if America come fully for that help, most of them will lose their source of income. So they have placed their personal interest above the growth of this nation, and that has really dented our image across the world. Now, look at
Sorry. When you're talking about image, that means it has dent the pride of the nation. That's
yes,
what you are trying to let us know.
Our pride.
Okay, yeah, because
Yes.
what I'm trying to understand is when the nation is faulty now. Now, what is now the importance of that pride? Because when you talk, I remember some years back, people will tell you, hey, what is going on with the Nigeria football players now? Now Nigeria is no longer good in the football aspect. what's going on. I
Yeah.
believe before, when we saw the passion, I remember in my early days, the passion of football. Believe me, my my overall elder brother then, when anytime Nigeria play football and they lose for like 2-3 days, he's still crying.
Cannot eat.
He would not
They
even
cannot
eat
eat
because I believe that was
very
the
well.
pride of the nation then. That was the joy of the nation then. But believe me, before they will start match, he will quickly go and eat. You will see people standing on window, people standing on bench just to watch Nigeria is playing football.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I believe that was the pride of the nation then. But today now,
Look at
it's no longer that zeal.
let's
I remember the 1996 Olympic, when Nigeria won the
look
1996 World Olympic. Believe me,
yeah.
a lot of people got missed because why? They went to celebrate with other people and they could not know their place of home again.
Yeah.
You make it sense. Okay, Nora, sorry, Nora, can you please quickly give us your own opinion on concerning the pride of a nation?
The pride of a nation has its own effect on us as an individual. In our country right now, like the man in the house just said, we don't have good leaders. The negative aspects, the negative effects, one is the misuse of power. Because they are seated on that seat. Some of them sit there to oppress us. Because they are seated on that seat. They sit there to embezzle fund. They keep the money for their grandchildren to enjoy. Meanwhile, there are important things to do with that money. There are important things you were supposed to do with that money and you've refused to do it. You know the right thing you will not do with the money. Some time ago in Port Harcourt, I saw one small boy about 7 years, a 7-year-old boy. If you see the kind of construction he did, use the paper and spoiled that as an old battery to construct a moving vehicle, a truck. Use the paper, constructed another one. That one was like tipper. And another one was packing sand and putting inside the tipper. You know, if this were to happen in other countries, you will see the white man picking up that child to train, picking up that child to add more knowledge to the little one he has. But in our own country, it's not like that. They prioritize their own. What is important is me, myself, and I. Everything has to do with them. Everything has to do with their immediate family. They don't care if you exist or not. They don't care if you are happy about what they are doing or not. They don't care if your family is even comfortable or not. So far they are comfortable. That's it for them. So the pride of the nation, when you want things to go well in a nation, for a country to be proud, for the nation to be proud, you have to carry everyone, your subject, you have to carry everyone along as a leader. That is where leadership, good leadership is important. Corruption and tribalism is another thing. You are the Igbo, you are the Hausa, you are the Yoruba. After we say Nigeria is we are one in the country, but why will you say this power, this position is being given to an Hausa? Is it only Hausa people that we have in the country? Is it only the Yorubas? Is it only the Igbos? Why are the Igbos doing this one? Why are the Igbos doing that one? Tribalism is one of the problems. Those things that does not make the pride of the nation to stand. I don't know if you have any other question to ask.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me quickly dive into it. Do you know, I believe it is not only Nigeria that has different languages. You understand me? But we have
Mhm.
taken it so much. I believe the purpose of them bringing in tribalism and now having so much negative effect in the pride of the nation today is not for the betterment of the country. It is for their own self-interest, and it has dent the pride of that nation. In the sense that today I was reading a news from one American tourist. He said he came to I think 2 days ago he was in Nigeria. He said, could you believe inside the airport he got over 10 different people asking him for uh like tip, 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 tip. Everybody was just like after, give us money, give us money, give us money. He said then before he could move inside Lagos to his own hotel, he got over 15 police checkpoints. And all they were just doing is give us something, give us something, give us something. And it began to affect, do you know that now as in one way or the other dents the pride of the nation, that knowingly or unknowingly to people. And if you talk about the leaders of today, Germans themselves, Germans, they just said, Germans speak Dutch. Yes, which is true. But you don't know that when you are in German, they speak different kind of Dutch that everybody feels they are the same, whereas they are not the same. But they have never used that thing to affect the pride of their nation. They have never used that thing to dent their country, in the sense that what they do is everybody want to put hands together and produce positivity in a society. That when the country is being measured outside, everybody will like, oh, this country, they are this, they are powerhouse, they are this. I remember when I think under the EU, I think 2 years ago, when UK stepped out of the EU and become Brexit. I think after UK was German, then German now moved to the top. I think followed by France now, which is now in the second position. Why are these countries like this? It's not about tribalism, because they have bring tribalism to make sure they divide the people for their own personal gain. Like now in German now, at BMW is under Munich, which is people a lot of people call Bayern Munich. Then which other vehicle again? I think BMW is here. Then Volkswagen is in Wolfsburg. Volkswagen is in Wolfsburg. Audi is in Ingolstadt. I think Mercedes is in another state. But did you know that every state inside the country benefit from that, every resources coming in? There is nothing like they will say, because this thing is being made in the north, so it only stays in the north, or this one is only from the south, it only stays in the south. No, it has been, to my own understanding, I think it has been plain, like openly to everybody. So also that has been part of the problem we face today in our society, that have limit the pride of that nation. You will see other countries telling you that, hey, they will be warning their country, their citizens that, don't, if you are going to Nigeria, don't go to so place, don't go to so place, don't go to so place, because of why? Of the things that are going on there. Now it has dent the pride of that nation. You could see the president of Nigeria cannot even boast of going to America to address to liaise with the American president, because of why? Him himself is not clean. He cannot even stand. You understand me now? So if you look at it now, our society today, especially our leaders, how many other world leaders rate our own society on a high? How many people like respect our pride today? It is, to me, I think it is zero. Because why? Our pride has been tampered with. Our pride has just been in short, it's like our pride has been bankrupt, that there is nothing good people will now say about it, that people will say, yeah, that is it. So that's me, Mr. Relief. Over to you.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I always talk from the part of the security, the insecurity in the country. Statistics has shown that almost 2.2 million Nigerians live in IDP camps, and over 150,000 lives as refugees in neighboring country. This is a country that used to be very, very strong when it comes to military. Let me say, when it comes to their military strength within West Africa. But unfortunately, because we don't have good leaders, we have now become a laughing stock in the committee of words. Now, let's take it from this angle now. But from me, I perceive it that this issue of Nigerian is a foundation problem since 1914 during the amalgamation. Because to me, I feel like, for example, if a man who has grown-up children wants to get married to a woman who also has some grown-up children already, they have to play that parental role very, very well for that house to be in peace. You have to be very, very perfect in their parental roles for that house to be in peace. Now, the colonial masters came all because of their own business interests. They forcefully amalgamated the South, the East, and the North together. But from my observation, it seems this group of people were not ready to even be amalgamated in the first place. Because if you notice, our cultural heritage and everything and our administrative systems, it's not really working. That they are differs. They differ. They are not the same. And this has led to those our heroes past. Because to me, when they say our heroes past, I always doubt if we actually had heroes past. Because all I notice is that when you go back to history, all of them played regional politics. The Awolowo was played for the Yorubas. The Sudan of Sokoto, the Sudan played for the Northerners. Why Ananda Azikiwe them and Co, they also played for their own people. So even the people we perceive as our heroes past even contributed to this problem because they never tried to unite the country in the first place. Now, the everyday people, because most time we say that our leaders come out from our midst. So the kind of leaders we have is the kind of people we are determines the kind of leaders we have, and that is what we are facing now. Now let me leave the issue of blaming our leaders and come back to we as individuals. Do you know today now that parents now buy phone for their children to do Yahoo? Parents buy phone now for their children to do Yahoo. That is to tell you where the country is going.
Now,
the country
let me step in there. I will tell you, a nation that doesn't have pride, we end up in that kind of system you are talking about. You know that if the country is working, no parent will dare bold to do that such for their children.
Yeah.
Like in Germany, yeah, let me tell you, in Germany, yeah, do you know that if you are in Germany, being you a black, being you even without documents, in Germany, yeah, if you have issue with a German person, if you tell them you are going to call police, they are even afraid.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Okay. Okay.
Do you know that even foreigners that are here, when they go to party, they are even afraid of drinking alcohol, especially when they are driving? Why are they afraid? Because the government has made a law that, hey, if you go against this law, you are going in for it. I know of a friend that has a car with a driver license. They caught him drunk. Not just only drunk, everybody in the car was drunk, and they still have extra in the car. Guess what they did to him? Instantly, they asked him to come down from the car with everybody. They took his driver license, they took his car, and they said he should book a boat to go home. They didn't give him back his driver license.
Okay.
You understand me now? Now, if the government can bring, like, if you tell somebody fuck you on the streets and the person records you and sue you to court, you pay 1,500 euro for it. You don't even know who is in charge of your case. You don't even know who is in charge of your case. There is nothing like, I know you, you know me. It's not there. Like when you are going to renew your document or apply for your document, you know nobody. There is not like agent, give agent, maybe they help you apply. You go fast. No, you go through the due process. Why am I saying such? Fine, there is still corruption. But why am I saying such? In a society that is working, no parent that knows if we are caught. For example, now, I think, I have somebody, they paid some money into this account, this score as a matter. Some guys here in Jama here, then especially our Nigerian brothers, this, you know, Jama, even if they pay into your account for 5 years ago, they can still call you today and tell you they want that money back. Because why? They knows where everybody lives. There is not like I'm living, they don't even know where I live. It's a lie. Jamas everywhere, like here, because I'm here, they knows where everybody lives. If you go to if you change your address, there's the office you go, you just only change your address there. It is that office that will even send it to your bank. They will update it electronically or by your system. Only your picture, you know, they find you at, they know your house. So if a country is working, a country that has a very good pride, a country that has a very good productivity, believe me, all those so-called Yahoo will not be existing. Do you know that? Will not be existing. Because why? The pride, they will tell you one of the pride of Jammers today is their security system. If you enter inside the train, you misbehave. Did you believe they might not talk to you? You will surprise. You will get home. There will be a letter waiting for you and tell you so you are doing this inside the train. There you are to pay fine. So you understand me now? So
yeah, I get
it is not because of the parent. No, don't blame. I don't blame parents. Our society today, everybody wants to survive because nobody cares about the pride of the nation anymore. Because why? Those that are supposed to sustain the pride, those that are supposed to hold steadfast to the pride, they are the ones destroying the pride today. And when they begin to destroy the pride, believe me, automatically there is a problem going on. Like if they transfer money from unknown source to your account of maybe like 2,000 euro or even 500 euro, they transfer it to you from an unknown source. The person just need to go to the police station and tell them, so account number, I transfer money to it. Instantly, they will contact your bank. And there is no bank manager that will tell you, we will take 10%, we will take 5%. It is not done. Instantly, they put your account on hold. And when they put your account on hold, you have to go inside the bank to ask. And when you go there, then you face the consequences. So when the society, that is part of the pride. I remember there was a news one day, they said Jammers are training vultures as security spies. You imagine a bird flying is just to spy on people. If you go to a train station, you see pigeon, they will tell you cannot keep pigeon. Pigeon that is a pigeon that we know is food. You cannot touch pigeon. At the end of the day, maybe that pigeon, if you check it, there is a computer attached to it. It is for a purpose. You understand me now? Our leaders are afraid to travel by road, to enter public transport, not because the public transport is bad, but because of what they have done. A German minister, in the morning, you will see a German minister buying coffee of 2 euro like you. He will stand on the queue. There is no bodyguard. There is nothing. It will be on the queue, except you only know them because you see them on the news before. You will just see them standing in the queue to buy coffee of 2 euro. He will stand in your back, not that he will tell you, don't you know who I am? There is nothing like that. He will enter the same train you enter. They will still control him and say, please, ticket, please, people that control ticket. He will still bring his phone out. He will still show them. They will ask him, advice, please. That is your document to confirm it's you. He will still bring it out. There's not like, do you know me? I remember there was a minister or whatever, ambassador that went to Singapore the other day. They were asking him to identify himself. He was asking them, do you know who I am? That one that was saying that I cannot breathe. So because of why? They have lost their value in their homeland. Do you know that if you go to UK today, you will meet our ministers there. They obey the laws. They obey rules and regulations. Our minister doesn't have what they call security in UK. If they're in UK, there is not like security there. I saw the other day, what is this man? Was in Obiane or something, ex-governor. He was jogging on the street of UK and somebody was videoing Obiano also. Why is this so? Because that country, Obiano, he was jogging on the street in the morning. And people were filming him. They put it, say, look at ex-governor is jogging. There was no security. Can he jog in Nigeria today? No. Because of why? The country has lost its pride. And they are now all running to the country that has pride. People are supporting bad government, but their family are there in the country with pride, trying to get their citizenship or trying to get. You cannot just enter UK today or Germany or Italy or America and say, I have money, I want to buy your citizenship, I want to buy your passport. It is not done. If they tell you 5 years process with this, you must pass through 5 years process. But Nigeria, how many people do that now? In our society today, how many people do that? None. Because everybody feels you go to passport office today in Nigeria, they will tell you, especially in Nigerian embassy, they'll tell you if you want to take it today, you will pay extra 150 euro to get your instant passport. But at the end of the day, government has made those things like normally 2-3 days you get your passport, or 7 working days you get your passport. But what are they doing now? Everybody is fighting for his or her own pocket. So at the end of the day, there is nothing like pride anymore. We are all guilty of it, starting from the top. That's my own opinion.
Yeah. So, according to what I was saying the other time, we say charity begins at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So somehow the parents also have to inculcate that good habits into the children, because, like I said, the children will become the leaders of tomorrow.
Okay, wait. Let me quickly ask you something about that. Charity begins at home. Now, I want to ask you now. Like you now, you are working in your office. You are working. They said, okay, Mr. Relief, your salary is 100K. Eh?
Okay.
Now, and you now find out that maybe your office is in charge of money, for example.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And there will be a minister that we call in and said, hello, there is I'm sending in 1 billion. Please just register it into any name you can remember with a password. 10% is for you. 10% is for you. Now, which is 10% of 1 billion, which is like 100 million, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you will not say no, because now you see your colleague doing the same thing, and you could see their achievements in the company. You could see the kind of achievement they are achieving. Sometimes you guys get like that order, maybe like 5 times in a month or 10 times in a month, and you said no, I'm not good. I don't want to be doing it too. And you see your guys collecting 100 million, 10%, almost every 2 weeks. And can you still stick to your 100,000 salary every month?
Yeah, I will answer that question. That question I will answer it because it's that. Now let's look it from this angle. Do you know that if there is a proper system, if this, in Nigeria we build more of people than institutions. If our institutions are perfectly working, no minister will even supposed to call me from anywhere to tell me that there is money somewhere, because knowing fully where there is no way we are going to escape it.
Okay, but now because but my question is, because you and I, we both know the system is not working.
Yes, I want to answer this. Why I still talk about the parents is this: the people that are bastardizing the system were trained by parents. They were groomed by parents.
No, leave the system, leave the parent out of it. Now I ask you a question. Now leave the first. We are coming back to the parents now. But first of all, the question I just asked you: with the society of the economy you are today, now with the economy of the society you are today, will you accept it, or you will push it on your colleague to do it?
I will answer that.
Okay.
If me Relief can compromise, do you know that there is somebody outside there that will not compromise because of his own personal pride and how he was brought up?
How many percent?
Do you know?
Wait now, for you to make mama
proud, no matter how minute the percent,
no matter how realistic here. Let's be realistic. To make mama proud, now monthly salary. No,
we are being realistic. What I'm trying to tell you is that if all of us behave well, if our parents train us well, I bet you from little by little there will be change.
Let me tell you something. These people you see today, these people you see today, many of them were brought up in a very good home. The bandits you see today, the Boko Haram you see today, many of them were brought up in a very good home. What makes them to become change?
Because I don't follow them about.
Listen, if
I
you
don't.
remember how Hush Puppy said he lost his sister because of 3,500 naira hospital bill. He could
Because
not
Hush
afford
Puppy,
3,500.
because Hush Puppy is a natural thief. After
No,
he don't make the money, he's a natural thief.
no, wait now. Before
Hush
he
Puppy
could,
is a natural
no,
thief.
before he can now
He
go,
can, he's
he
giving
can
us
now be.
that.
Listen, Relief, before he can venture into those things, for you to lose your own loved one because of you cannot afford ordinary 3,500.
Yeah.
Do you know because of
God.
frustration? There was a time, listen, let me give you a revelation about myself. 2013
Oh, yeah.
or 2012, because of
Yeah.
frustration, when woman kicked me out of the house, I have proof. When woman kicked me out of the house, I almost went to do a ritual. I almost become a ritualist just to make money to tell this woman that I have arrived. If it was not
But
because of why, a little thing stopped me from it.
Prof,
So my question to you, you have
Prof, can I
refused
ask
to
you a question?
answer. Yes.
I want to ask you
No,
a question.
answer until you
Prof,
answer
I want
my
to ask you a
question.
question.
Until you answer my question.
No, I will answer your question, but let me ask you a question.
No.
Why didn't you do the ritual? Why didn't you do it?
If you answer my own, I will answer your own.
No, why didn't you do that ritual?
No, I ask you first.
Why didn't you do that ritual?
No, I ask you first. Answer my own before I answer your own.
But,
Tell me.
but
I ask you a question. Wait, with the society we
there
are
are
today.
people outside there.
Wait, not there
There are people outside there that no matter the situation they are, they will maintain their pride. There are people out there, no matter the situation they are, they will maintain their pride. I've seen a family. I've seen a family.
I am talking
They are
about you.
the kind of brought up they were given to. I bet you nothing will make a friend of mine later to meet you. You say?
Okay. Now, what me I'm saying now, what me I'm asking, Relief, you are earning 100,000. Wait, you are into a financial
if I say me,
institution.
I said something. I say even if I can compromise, because truly I've go compromise. That one a sure banker, I go compromise.
Thank you.
But the question I'm asking,
why will you compromise? Why will you compromise? Tell me why will you compromise? Did you know you can be a good boy in that company because of you rejecting?
Yes, I've answered that question now.
You will be fired.
I've answered that question.
Did you know you can get fired because of that 10% you refuse to collect?
Yeah.
So now, if the society was working, there will be nobody that will. If the society was working, there will be nobody that will come to you with that kind of offer. You know that.
I also disagree with him when he said that if somebody come from if a mother or a parent train their children well, that you will not see armed robbers on the streets. I disagree with you because most times you don't go to.
That is not my point. My point is this: there is no way in a society where we can totally eradicate bad behavior. You understand? But what I'm trying to say is, if parents play their little role, at least it will prepare the children to be able to face the difficulties in future, and they'll be able to manage no matter the temptation that comes their way. They'll be able to escape through. That is what I'm trying to bring out. That charity begins at home. Good training will help. It might not that people with good behavior cannot change because of situation, but at least the numbers of the people that will compromise and join bank will reduce a bit. But in a situation where now parents are now the one enabling their children to go into to exhibit bad behavior in society, you don't expect us to the country to just change overnight. Definitely, if our parents fail, the country will fail. But that does not mean that the problem of this country will be blamed on our parents. No, it should be blamed on the country who refuse to build institutions rather than building human beings.
Let me tell you something. If they put law today that any terrorist or any kidnapper or any bandit that is caught should be sentenced to death instantly without any delay. Did you know that? If it's like that, did you know all these so-called bandits, insecurity, they will reduce? Do you know that?
They will not put it.
They
will not make that law.
But what are they doing now? They are telling you when they surrender their tools, they will not how do they call it now? They will bring them back into the society. So now, how do you tell me that a wolf or a lion that was caught eating a goat, at the end of the day, the goat that fought back, the goat that fought back is being put to death. But the lion that was
That's
about eating the goat is being allowed to walk away on a parole. Do you think that kind of society has pride anymore?
That is the division within the country we are seeing.
Go check China, check
country,
all those Asian countries today. You will see they will tell you their prime minister used their office credit card for her personal use. I saw one of the news. I was in China. They said because she used the credit card of the country given to the for her own personal buying. Because of that, she was persecuted. True or false? But today,
yeah, it's persecuted.
Okay, look at, let's go back, let's dive into Yaya's issue. Yaya Bellows has 80 billion naira worth of what he keep, that they, if we check, is more than that. But what are they doing? They are celebrating him. The same person said, I want to run for a Senate position. Look at Uzo Kalu. These are people that are not even supposed to be in our society anymore. They are not even supposed to come into the government. Let me shock you, Abajama. For example, if I am working in a cloth institute where they sell clothes, or where they sell shoes, or where there is money, and they cut me still.
Prof, please,
let me quickly finish
I will ask a question when you are done.
No problem.
I will ask a question when you are done.
No problem. And they caught me stealing. Maybe they found out that I stole one shirt or I stole one shoe, and they caught me. You know what they will do? They will sack me from the company. The police comes in, they give me some fine to pay, and I pay. From now till 10 years, if I go and do my police report, that report is automatically there. I cannot work in any institution that has to do with money, that has to do with property anymore. Do you understand now? That they have put, that is not they have put it, that has been what is going on here. If you have been involved in a fight that there was a blood, on your police report, anywhere you print out your police report, that report will be there. And no company they will tell you cannot work with a group of people because you are dangerous to the society. So what are they trying to show? They are trying to eradicate those rubbish. They are trying to eradicate those things. Do you think the government doesn't know why they are putting those laws? Because why? They want to clean up their country. I have more than 4 people that is under that position. I know of a guy. He has documents, but he cannot walk. Why? They said he went to a club. After they were drunk, they started fighting. He broke bottle. He wanted to stab somebody, and another person was holding him. He did not even choke the person that him is fighting with now. The person that was holding him mistakenly put hand for the bottle they broke. Police came. They saw blood. They called ambulance. Because of that one, for for 12 years now, that guy is not allowed to walk. They said because he's dangerous to the society, to people.
Okay.
Come back.
Do you understand now? Now, because
Yes.
why? The society is working. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like when me as an individual, when I came into this country, I had some medical challenges. They said I was psychologically not, because why? When you frustrate, any small thing will upset you. I just come now, body they hurt, now that body see they my body. At the end of the day, there was a social we normally go to for every monthly financial support. One day the social make me vex. I scatter the whole table, scatter everywhere. Guess what they do? The first they call my company will give me work. They said they should sack me. That one said why? They said because I am being violent, I am being aggressive. That one asked them that didn't they check my medical record in this country, that if I am involved in, because I have that what is it called, like a certificate, if I am involved in an altercation that I shout too much, they said I lose control. And when I lose control, I scatter things. So now it's already written in my record. Do you see the record they gave to me on their own now? Not be me tell them. They said because I am being, because why, when something argument. So now, what am I trying to say? This is the society that is working. They make me understand that this is my effect. Do you believe, before I stop going to that office for the next 3 years, anytime I come, they tell me stay down. They will assign 2 FT security men who come from Russia. Where they look up, they look there like this. They will escort me into an empty room with long table. Me, I will be at the extreme end here. The person attending to me will be at the other end using microphone. You understand me now? What am I trying to say? Because why? This is a society that is working. This is a society that has pride. So if, like we today now, Look at if you bandit enter your farm, you fight them back. Maybe one he die, they go say they go charge you for murder. Person wey carry gun. How can person wey dey carry cow, they carry gun waka? So at the end of the day, Nora, please, over to you before relief will come in.
Okay. Without effective leadership, the nation faces a lot of things. We face stagnation, disunity, inefficiency that is hindering a lot of things, a lot of achievements. But with economic growth and stability, if the leader can manage resources effectively and build sustainable infrastructure, it will result to increase in GDP. If a leader can manage crisis, you maintain order, you provide directions, you instill confidence and discipline, like you just mentioned. You know, a leader also have its own part in making the nation proud. And we as individuals we also have our own pride. The third point in the leadership aspect is accountability. I think all of us just there, they say, whether na snake, I've been a cat, enter wherever I enter, swallow money. Till today, nobody is talking about that.
Na snake.
Snake swallow money. Up till today, that money has not been accounted for. We don't even hear anywhere. We don't even hear the story again. So when there is accountability in the leadership, in the governance, then it ensures when everybody they transparent. You know, say if person chop 1 naira, you know say the person chop 1 naira. If person chop 2 naira, you know the person chop 2 naira. Now so it's supposed to be. And our own responsibility as an individual is to respect the constitution. Government say make they do like we'll try our own best. We'll do and the way where government say make it day. We'll try to pay our taxes. We defend the nation when need be. When we are united also, when your family is united, when your house is united, when your local government, the state is united, the country generally will also be united. And when there is maybe anything arising from a neighboring country, maybe a fight comes up, then we'll be able to togetherly, we'll be able to have strength to fight that other this thing in unity. When we are united, then the nation is termed proud. That is my little contribution this evening.
Okay, so thank you very much. So,
and in our country too, our life to have innovation and development. Leaders should encourage new ideas. They should drive technological and industrial advancements. This also keeps the nation in competition. When a particular nation is doing well in a particular field, and the team you are doing well, you see another nation trying to like emulate what let's do it the way the other country is doing it. That is my contribution.
Okay, now I see. But before I ask you for that question, let me give Mr. Relief chance so that he can bring out what's pumping is in his heart, because I know he's ready. So, Mr. Relief, over to you. I think network took him out. So
okay, I would like to add the ways to enhance this growth to make this nation a proud nation. Assessment of resources. Second point is setting goals and objectives. setting goals and objectives, having aim and objectives by working towards that goal you set, prioritizing the welfare of citizens and empowerment of these citizens in government policies. Your policies must favor the citizens. Don't do things to favor only yourself. That is the only way this growth can be enhanced.
Okay. Okay. Can I quickly ask you one question? Do you think?
Okay.
To me, I think when a society has equality, in individuals, then the pride of a nation can quickly grow with that. What do you think about that?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
When there is equality in the society, it can lead to rapid growth in the pride of a nation. What do you think about it? What can you say about that?
When there is equality in a nation,
Yeah, it can lead to.
can you ask again,
Can you hear me?
I
Okay, I
ask
come
again,
again.
please.
I said when there is equality in a nation or a society, it will lead to rapid growth in the pride of a nation. What can you say about that?
Yes, it will. When you don't look down on people, when you take everybody as you know that somebody will say, "Na person where they should, now you know where they pay now." You understand?
Yeah.
It will enhance the growth of the nation. Sure, sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. I will come back to you. So, Mr. Relief, over to you.
Mhm. So are we all maintain? This country is bastardized now. Everything, all the system, we really have a system in place anymore, any longer. For instance, we are in this country where a brigadier, lieutenant brigadier, something like that, an army, this thing, was killed. And up to today, that man died. Nigerian has not been able, as a nation, Nigerian is a country that can easily trace your information anywhere and capture you when you are in their black book. But up till now, we have not been able to capture the killers of that man. We also have a situation where bandits went to kidnap children. And according to information, they said before then there was this intelligence report that they were coming to make a kidnap in that area. Few minutes to, or let me say few hours to when that kidnap was carried out, somebody somewhere called off the army, that the soldiers they were stationed in that area. And up to today,
Hmm. Guys, I think network problem have arisen. So what Mr. Relief is trying to say, I understand it so much. One thing I see, when the country, when the nation loses its pride, it becomes a prey to even the praise, no longer predators. It becomes a prey to the praise. Just like imagine now, we all know that okay, uh, how do I put it now? Rat is not a predator. Rat is a prey to force to hawks. But at the end of the day, when the nation loses its own pride now, it becomes a prey to the prey. That is what I can say there. So if today many nations, especially our society today, struggle to have a positive pride to display in the world, for the world to see today, because of why sometimes a country that loses its pride is not just because of the citizens, but it is because of why the leadership has contributed or attributed so much that it becomes a thing like everybody sees as normal. Just like our society today, you could see now election is not based on your characteristics. Election is no longer based on your quality, but now election is now based on what you bring to the table. So, me, I am not saying this government I support this or this government I support that, but I think before if a country has to have a pride, they should be able to display the quality they have. They should be able to display the trace of their source of income. You see a country today, everybody is throwing money around, and at the end of the day, nobody has a traceable source of income. When a country accepts those kind of things, they begin to lose their pride. They begin to depreciate in the society. Because why? Everybody, you don't care. People they get money. We now in our society today, they respect people with money, not your character. Nobody cares about your characteristics anymore. So everybody is just after what you can give to them. So when it's like that, no one will care again about the pride of a nation. So Mama Nora, over to you. So what can you say about this situation whereby nobody cares about your quality, but they only cares about what you can offer and what you bring to the table? Check, you post your camera, please. You post your camera. You post your mic.
So sorry.
Thank you.
I have to pause the mic. Sorry. Please, can you ask the question again? Sorry.
So I said in our society today, you could see people no longer care about your quality, about your characteristics. All they want from you is what you can bring to the table, what they can eat from, what they society. Can you give us some highlights concerning this issue?
But it's supposed to be like that, like you rightly said, it is because of failed leadership. It is because the country, the nation already has failed its citizens. That is why it is coming up that way.
Hello?
Hello,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. It is not supposed to be. But already the country, the leaders, the country has already failed its citizens. That is why it is going that way.
Okay, so Mr. Relief, can you jump into that issue there?
Let me continue from where I was talking, saying what I was saying before my network went off. So it is obvious that the nation has failed already because there are some things the government itself are enabling. Some bad character the governments themselves are enabling. And I believe individual cannot do it. Normally individual cannot do it. So, but instead of us to keep building human being, because most of the politicians we have today, they focus more on building human being. Like, let me give an example. You will see a person like our current president. He has built people that are so loyal to him that they don't care whether the country is going well, provided they are giving their loyalty to him. But in a situation where if we should stop building human being and start building institutions, when we start building institutions, for instance, now, I always used to say something. I don't think Nigeria is the most, let me say, the country that with the most stubborn people. No. Why it seems like we are stubborn is because we don't have institutions. When you go to Western world, where you can get to traffic, what is it called? Traffic. When you get to traffic lights, you don't need, nobody will change, no police will command you to obey the traffic light or not. You can just misbehave, nobody will chase you, but somehow they will still get to you. But in Nigeria here, because there is no institution, we misbehave, we act anyhow, because even if we are arrested, when we get to stations, settle, we find our way out. So the only thing that we solve, that we salvage the name of this country and our pride, is if proper institutions are being built and everybody are faced and are forced to obey. Because one thing is about making those laws, another thing is about implementations. Because one of our major problem we are having in this country, I believe, is majorly implementations. Not that we don't have the laws. We have the laws to make things go well in Nigeria, but unfortunately, the implementation is faulty. And these politicians deliberately choose not to implement those laws because if you observe now, the separation of power between the executive, the legislatures, and the judiciaries. I don't think there is proper separation of power anymore. In a situation where the House of Assemblies, the senators will be singing "On your mandate we stand," where INEC chairman will tell you, go to court if you are not comfortable with the results of this. And when you get to court, instead of them to call the INEC chairman to come and give explanation what happened during the election, they will leave you who contested and who is not comfortable with the way things went to come and be proving things. Meanwhile, the INEC chairman who misbehaved is not, even till today, as I'm talking to you, in 2003 election,
23.
election, yeah, we were told that there was a glitches during the election, during the transferring of transmission of results. They said there is a glitches. Up to today, the courts never called the INEC chairman to come and explain to Nigerians what actually happened, what were the glitches. You understand? So the country, the institutions have enabled let me say politicians have enabled the way they handle things, have made nobody to be accountable anymore in this country. Nobody is accountable to anything anymore. Even the country, the president himself is not accountable to anybody. For some time now, you notice he hardly stay in the country. And when you ask, where is our president? You will see his foot soldiers will come outside and start saying all kind of things, especially when you are not speaking or when you are trying to call out things that are not going well in the country. They see you as an opposition or they see you are from a particular tribe. So, and now you can see the election is coming very soon now. The first thing they will start doing now is to divide us again along tribal lines and along the religious lines. So you can see that the country has been everything in the country is going down. That is why I said that this group of leaders we have right now, they are for themselves. And it will be difficult for them. Let's just look at the issue of the electoral reform they are trying to do in the House. Can you see that despite the protests and the demand that there should be real-time transmission of electoral results, they still look for a way to keep a lacuna where they will be able to do their normal rigging. That is to tell you that these people are not ready to fix anything. And like I said, that charity begins at home. We, the parents, have to start training our children in such a way that as they are growing up, they will start knowing that these things, we are the leaders of tomorrow. And if the older, the ones leading us today cannot do it, when it is our turn, we have to do something.
Okay, now, did you know the same people you are condemning now? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
They have children all over the world schooling, right?
Yes, they are even positioning their children to take over from them.
No, let's leave the positioning. Many of their children they went to the Western world to study. Some live in the Western world. Now you want to tell me anybody, let me tell you the truth, anybody that lives in the Western world, no matter how rascal you are in Nigeria, if you enter the Western world will humble you.
That is why I said institution matters, not human beings.
Now, these same people we are talking about, they are sending their children to the Western world to learn what? Good manners, right? But at the end of the day, do you know, okay, tomorrow, if their children enter power, don't you think they will still behave like their fathers?
They will definitely behave. You know why? Okay. You know why they will behave that way? Why? Hello, Prof. Do you know why they will behave that way?
I'm asking now why.
They will behave that way because they see their father doing it. And their father has made them to understand that, they will behave that way because even their father is telling them, guy, for you to survive for this country, you have to be very, very greedy. They will behave that way because their parents are greedy. They learn it at home. No matter how they do in Western world, they learn the bad behavior right under their parents. Their parents are monumental failure to the children already.
So at the end of the day, you could see that the pride of a nation, many of nations today, they are in jeopardy because of why? The output, what they are producing. Now, if you ask us now, as a nation, sorry, it's dark now.
NEPA no gree bring light.
Sorry. So if you ask us now, as a citizen, What are your benefits of being a citizen of this country? What will people say? So, Nora, can you please tell us something about that?
The benefit of uh, a citizen of this country that I'm in is my freedom.
Are you free?
You know, Nigeria is the only country where you do anyhow and you are still okay.
And okay, let me quickly
The
ask you:
benefit
do you think you're doing anyhow? Do you think it has a positive effect in the society or have a negative effect?
it may and it may not.
Hmm?
When I say do anyhow, I don't mean going to rob. I don't mean doing anything that will sabotage the pride of the nation itself. There are some
Okay.
countries where you don't talk freely, but in our country, you talk anyhow, and you go scot free too.
Let me tell you. Do you know why you think you go scot free? Because why? They have not heard your talk. Do you know that? Let me tell you, no, let's be realistic. Do you know in the Western world, you can talk anyhow against the government? Nobody, not even the government will come to you and ask for your arrest. Not even DSS invitation. There was a day, I think, was it last year or 2 years ago? The French president was walking. Someone took a raw egg and used it to stone him. The raw egg. Believe me, they did not do that person anything. They just look at him and they just forget about him. But can you
Not in
try it in our
Nigeria.
but can you
Not
try
in
it in our
Nigeria.
society? So
Yes, yes, the first place.
when they say freedom of speech, believe me, we have no freedom of speech in our society. The other day, they said somebody slapped a press inside the government house. What did they do? They relieved that press of duty. That was like 3 months ago in Edo State. They said somebody slapped a female press inside the government house. And what did they do? Instead, they tell that female press, they relieve her of her duty. They said she was being disloyal. So you understand me now? In our society, we are now. Believe me, I will tell you, there is nothing like, if you are saying freedom of speech, there is not. Okay, imagine now, if you speak against the current government, you will see people coming after you. Why are they coming? Okay, look at the way they are coming after the opposition parties now. If you don't join them, they start persecuting you. Why? You think that one is freedom? No, let's be realistic here. Do you think that one is freedom? Do you know in Germany here, if APC vote for you and you are in office as a minister and you decamp to PDP, automatically you will lose your seat. Do you know that? It is not maybe them say it is constitution. We study it in school. I can maybe type it out and send it on the group. You will see it. If you leave your party that gave you position to another party, you lose your seat instantly. You will lose your vote. But can they put that kind of constitution in our society today? No, because of why? All of them, they are greedy. So, Mr. Relief, before we call it a day, we just have 5 minutes to round it up. Can you quickly give us a summary concerning this pride of a nation? What has tampered with the pride of our nation today?
Like we said earlier, we have always said that the pride of a nation is, let me say, an achievement or possession that is admirable by others. So, which we have also mentioned one or two things Nigerians have done in the past that makes them look like the big brother and prideful. Let me say within the West African nations. But like as we said, that the failure today, everything has been bastardized because of the failure of leadership. God gave us everything possible to survive, to be one of the best in the country in the world. But unfortunately, I will say maybe He didn't bless us with good leadership, or maybe because of our kind of human being, or with the way the colonial masters handle situations. So we end up becoming, to me, we are now a joke in the community of countries. And I will say, for us to be able to get back to ourselves and regain our pride, I think everybody have to be up and doing. especially when it comes to like election time. All of us should make sure we vote in the right people and also make sure we protect our vote. Because the first step of changing the country is making sure your electoral system is balanced. And if your electoral system is not balanced, it's not well okay. I don't. There is a way you can be like the country will retain its pride again in the Committee of Nations.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Mama Nora, please, can you give us summary concerning the pride of a nation and those factors that has dent the pride of our nation today? Did you hear me? Hello? Mama Nora, can you hear me? Yeah, give us a summary of
what are we?
Can you hear me?
What have we? Positive things we have achieved as the pride of a nation in Nigeria. Do we have security and defense? In the sports sectors, how far? In the cultural and cultural heritage aspect, how is it going? Do we call those the pride of the nation? What have we really achieved as a pride of the nation? And the problems that we have that has not taken us or that does not make us proud as a nation is self-centeredness. Self-centeredness. Like I said earlier, you appoint a leader or they appoint themselves to sit there to embezzle funds for themselves and for their children and grandchildren. They mismanage the resources. Like the country we are in now, they will be sick and they will travel out to take care of themselves abroad. Meanwhile, they have the opportunity to at least in this part of the nation. At least when they are sick, they will go to that hospital. No, it's not done that way in my country. It's not done that way in my country. They prefer to go out to take care of themselves. They prefer to slide their abroad. So it is not supposed to be. That is also the inability to prioritize the welfare of its citizens. They think about themselves all the time. Corruption has taken over.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I think the network is a bit bad now. Relief. How is it from your side? Relief, you mute your mic. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Because
I can hear you.
Because it's echo. Okay, guys. 5 minutes. Drop your question. If you're online, drop your question. Let our guest speakers answer your question. Who the talk from?
Any question? Nobody else is asking any question.
I think
hello.
I think nobody is dropping questions.
Okay. You know, so na political matter. Many people not too like political issues.
Okay, somebody said.
Okay, somebody said.
So what
He said.
can we?
So
What can be done
what
in
can be
order to
done
restore
in order
our
to
pride?
restore our pride?
So,
So,
guys,
guys,
Mama Nora, you can answer
Mama
it.
Nora can answer it.
As an individual or
Individual or a leader.
And any you want to answer
Any
it.
you want to answer it.
To me, individual
To
cannot
me,
restore the
individual
pride of
cannot
a
restore
nation.
the pride of a nation.
but it starts with an individual. To restore the pride of a nation, for a leader, is for you to be a good
It's for
leader.
you to be a good leader.
Set goals,
Set goals,
objectives.
objectives.
Prioritize. Let the
Let
interest of your
the
citizens
interest of your citizens
before you think of
before
yourself.
you think of yourself.
Empower your citizens.
Empower your citizens.
I don't know if the network is from me or from there. Don't understand. It's the echo.
Can you please answer the question now? It's not. I think it's not from your side. It was from Relief.
Okay, what's the question? Because I can't see. I'm trying to read what's on the screen.
Okay,
But
he
I can't
said.
see.
So what can be done in order to restore this our pride of a nation?
Like I said earlier, I said to restore this pride. To restore this pride, you have to assess the resources. What and what do you have in place? What and what do you need to put in place? You set your goals and objectives too. Like some will say mission statements. Then you work towards these goals you set. Then prioritize the welfare of your citizens. Empower your citizens. Put your citizens first in everything you do. Because without the subject, without the citizens, you cannot be there as a leader. That is my answer. I don't know if I answered that question.
Okay. Let me quickly just chip in my own point of view. He said, what can be done in order to restore this back? First, I will say the major thing before a citizen can abide, the government have to set laws, because they say where there is no law, there is no sin. So when there is law in a country and is effective, like as I said earlier on, I used the country like German as an example. The kind of laws they set, that if you are voted into power from a political party and you decamp to another political party, automatically you lose your position, because you cannot go with another party vote to another party. So if there is things like that happening in our society,
Things
and
like
there
that
are rules
happening
and
in our
regulations,
society, and there are rules and
Mr. Relief, I think that network is from
I
your side.
think that is
Since when no come,
So
the echo no dey.
yeah. So at the end of the day, if the government can stand, believe me, the citizen only have 10%. The individual only have 10% to contribute to make the pride of a nation stand. But government has 90%. If the government can set 90%, I remember there was a time, I think during the Second World War, we all know about Adolf Hitler. There was a time he set some rules that they found out that it was not good, and there were tribalism, there were sentiment, there were separation. So after his own era, when someone else come in, they sat down, they reconstruct the constitution, and today they make everybody equal. Like I said earlier, I said even if you and Jama has issues, you call police. Believe me, they are afraid, because why? They will judge Germans the way they will judge foreigners. There is nothing like this or that. So the government has to work. The government is the one that can restore that pride, not the citizen. Because while you as a citizen, you cannot start building roads, you cannot start building schools, you cannot start building industries, you cannot start building hospitals. No, these are the
Hospitals. No, these are the
Mr. Relief, it's from your side. So at the
So
end of the
Lagos no
day,
get better network.
so at the end of the day,
No, something
so
is
at the
telling
end
me
of the
here.
day,
The thing is telling me here that the host is muting my mic. He said the host is muting my mic.
nobody's muting your mic.
nobody's raising your mind.
But that is what is showing here.
Okay, somebody said, okay, second
Okay,
question.
somebody said, okay, second question.
Relief, I think this network problem
Relief,
is from your side. Okay. Okay. Another person said, he said, do you think the people we have in power now we want to bring that change we need? Mama Nora, can you hear me?
Do you think the people did what?
The people in power we want to bring that change we need?
They will not want to bring it in because of their selfish interest. This country, they really know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They will not want to bring it.
Okay.
Mm.
So thank you very much. So at the end of the day, you see that whatever we do as an individual, we, as far as we are all adults, we all know what we are doing. We all, anybody that says they doesn't know what they are doing, they are lying.
Yes, sir.
So I believe everybody they knows what they are doing. According to what I said when they go to Western countries, they obey the laws of the countries. But when they come to their own country, they don't obey. Because why? They feel when they obey that law in their own country, believe me, it will be difficult. Was it not? I remember, was it Delta State, former Delta State Governor Ibori? Was it not Ibori that was caught in?
Was it not the
in
that
UK,
was
then
caught in UK?
Relief, please, your mic is bad. So I think his network is really, really bad.
I can hear you.
Okay, so at the end of the day, Ibori he left Nigeria with some millions cash, and he was caught. Was he not in UK that he was in prison for? Now, at the end of the day, ask yourself. The airport he went through in Nigeria, why didn't they stop him? No, because why? The law is not active.
Corruption.
You understand me? Because of why? Corruption. The law is not active. If the law is active, it would have been apprehended and they will say. The thing is, the leaders doesn't want to accept those laws. So when they are not abiding by the laws, automatically the citizens themselves will not abide by the law. Most all countries they do election, and you could see the election, you don't even know they are doing election. But in Nigeria, when they are doing election, everybody knows they are doing election. So that, I think we call it a day for the now. Guys, thank you very much for your time. We spent 1 hour 30 minutes, which is okay. So thank you guys for your time. So Mama Nora, you can drop you can drop from your video now.
So, guys, thank you very much for your time today. It's a very wonderful topic, the pride of a nation. Today, a lot of nations have lost that pride because of what? Because of personal, individual greeds. So I tell you, at the end of the day, every nation, for a nation to have its pride, for a nation to have a restored pride, it all go back to the government of the nation. Because where there is no law, there is no sin. When the government can put a law and abide to the law, believe me, at the end of the day, citizens have no choice but to also accept, so to also accept those laws. But when they don't abide, automatically the citizens also will not abide. When they are using when the government are using the citizen as a tools for their own benefit, believe me, the citizen also, they will not abide. Because why? They feel we know who no roads. So that is it. So guys, thank you all for your time. I so much appreciate. Well spoken from our guest speaker. I remain your host this evening, Smiling Prof. So see you guys next week for another edition. I think next week, okay, is not the last Sunday of the month. I think we still have there are 2 Sundays. So next week we'll be having another segment. Maybe we'll be having this personal team segment, and also, or we'll be having our normal teaching and this open discussion segment. So guys, have a lovely evening. Then I say, Prof, more interesting topics, please. Thank you very much. We'll work on that with my team. And next week we are going to bring back a very strong topic, and we'll be getting more special guests to be on our live show. So, guys, have a blissful new week ahead of you. And please don't forget to recommend people to our page. And also, if you like to join our WhatsApp group, feel free to request, and you will be added to our WhatsApp group, and things are going to be getting much more better. So, guys, good evening once again, and happy Sunday. Nice having you guys. Bye for now.